really high today. So bear with me. I hope y'all can hear me. But I don't know when I get ready to edit this video. If I edit it, I may just leave it naked and raw and uncut, and you know. So there is something I want to talk about. As far as this chapter and this journey I have taken myself on, me and my partner, friend. One thing that I feel like is kind of getting in the way of this fresh start that I had is my nails. I love my nails. However, I think a few things about them. I think they kind of distracting me because people are so distracted by them, and we all struggle with our own addictions in some way, and I think that I'm addicted to the attention that my nails bring me, which gets in the way of what I'm truly here to do. And the work that I'm supposed to be doing while I'm on this journey right now. I had an interaction with somebody today, and my response to her was as usual. She asked me, how do I wipe my ass in a store in front of people? And I asked her, I said, I get why you asking, but let me ask you this. Straight people with short nails, do you ask them that same question? So if you don't ask somebody randomly, a short nailed person or a natural length nail person, if you don't ask them how they wipe their ass, what makes you think that it's okay for you to ask me that out loud in public? Now, not that I'm ashamed of how I use the bathroom or what I have to do to use the bathroom, because it's just, to me, regular as anybody else going and doing, right? It's just the principle of why is you that much in my business? Like, that's not a normal question to ask anybody, you know. And what makes you think that my nails is a hindrance to me physically? Or did I do something special that, you know, even though I do, something special that don't nobody else do when it comes to using the bathroom? So that kind of triggered something else in me too. And she was just like, oh, I didn't mean to offend you. I said, I'm not offended. I'm just asking a question. Like, do you ask people with short nails that question? Because you're looking too much at my personal business. Like, I don't want to know what you do, how you do what you do in the bathroom. I'm sure I'm not interested. However, that led me to something else too in the spirit. Why do you have your nails? Why? So I had to sit with that for a while. Now, that part is between me and the spirit. But I had to ask myself that question. What is my attachment to my nails? All that to say, I think I'm gonna give my nails a break for just a little while. I remember a time when I was kind of going through an ego death, right? And ego death. Just one. It was one particular time, my first one, and it led me to material things. So like my clothes and harboring a bunch of junk that I don't necessarily need. And I was what 20, 23 at the time. So at this age, I'm coming to try to figure out who I am and what it is that I want to do and how I want to show up in this world. I wanted to wear different stuff. I just didn't know how to wear it. I didn't know how to. I could see it in my head. I just could not figure out how I was going to or where to look to buy these things. Just redo my wardrobe. Getting rid of clothes, cutting your hair, all that stuff is a cleansing kind of thing. So I end up taking everything out of my room. Everything. I threw away everything. Threw away my clothes, threw away little things that I had been holding on to for a very long time that just wasn't doing me no good, right? Or just there, like no connection to it, and just stuff. I'm just used to seeing it in a certain spot, but whether it's in my life or not, it don't matter. So but I was holding on to these things, and I'm just like, well, I don't know what to do. I'm not attached to this. I'm not attached to this. I took my TV out of my room. I wasn't connected to the TV no more. I took all this shit out of my room. And then I was left with the bones of the room almost. And I took that time to kind of figure out how I was going to just be. Who am I? And in doing that, now, I'm just one of them type of people where I'm compulsive like that. So once I get the gumption to do something, it's done pretty much. It's done. The consequences behind it is I have to deal with the lack. Emotionally, the lack. The not seeing nothing that I remember. Y'all, get outside and plant your feet. Not dealing with the having to deal with the emotions of the lack of things to remind you of who you are and who you were anyway, who you was, and just stuff like that, right? So I began to get very depressed because my room was next. I took all my pictures off the wall. Just stuff, pieces of this and pieces of this that I'm holding on to because this is what I had when I was in middle school. I ain't in middle school no more. ID codes and just and had a place for everything. Had a place for everything. Don't mean shit to me, right? All that to say. That ego death helped me figure out who I was for that portion of my life. Well, for the next to come of my life. I've been through a few ego deaths. This is one that I'm trying to stop. I don't know why I'm in my own way. For some reason, like, it's normally so easy for me to just give up things. Like, I quit smoking cold turkey overnight. Smoking a pack and a half of Black and Mild every day. every day. Quit cold turkey. Got me a vape. I hadn't smoked for a whole year up until recently. Coming down here and not having the money to get me a vape or nothing like that, or spending money on foolishness. The cheapest route for me was to get a Black and Mild. Then I started back smoking them things 3 and 4. And so I went and got me a vape. Cut your ass back. But you was doing good, now let's do better, you know. So now I'm putting that to work. But like I said, I'm in the spirit, and I'm all over the place, so I'm trying to stay on track what I was talking about. Get together. Oh, so losing everything to become who I'm supposed to be. I feel like that is what I'm supposed to be doing again, and I feel like my nails is attaching me because they are old, reattached nails from some time ago, up until a certain point. Right there, all of that is an old nail. From there down, that's an old nail. From there down is an old nail. I just need to cut all of this off. I'm not even really liking my nails for real, for real. I do them and I put care into them in time, but I am not a professional. Technically I am a professional, but I just don't do nails. I am a professional cosmetologist, licensed and all. However, I do not specialize in nails. I only do my own nails. Get on track, fool. I was saying, yeah, I think it's time for me to cut them. I think it's time for me to cut them completely down. The last time I cut them was in September, and I cut them for a job. I have been turned down for jobs simply because of my nails, even after I have offered to cut them for the job. So I got something I'm trying to do, and I need to do this for a minute till I get what I need. So I'm going to cut my nails. I am going to keep them because I may reattach them later on down the line. But in all, I really need another set just because. But they're not the healthiest anymore. I have broken this one from the meat up under the nail. It's growing back now, which is why it looks so raggedy up underneath. But I don't have the time nor the patience, nor is my nails the number one priority for why I am in Florida right now anyway. Like, once I get where I'm going, I may grow them back. I will grow them back out. I may even cut them off today and put them back on tomorrow. I'm just like this, y'all. I'm just like this. But I have to do this. As bad as it's gonna hurt. Baby, get y'all ass in line. Anyway, I have to do this to be able to go on this next chapter because they can't go with me. Did not these. I'm not really happy with them. I'm always having to fix on them. I ain't quite got my acrylic laying skills down yet to keep them from lifting. I dehydrate them. I push my cuticles back. I cut my cuticles. You know, I do all of this shit. And I just can't seem to get it to get a good hold for more than a week. So, I am going to cut my nails. And I am going to connect with myself with out this filter. This is a filter. This is a filter. This is the distraction at the moment for me right now, and how I'm feeling right now. It's a distraction from being myself, because this is a conversation that I can have easy. But those conversations that rely on these to live, is dimming the light on the life I'm supposed to be living. Getting to my truth. Becoming who I'm supposed to be. Who I'm meant to be. Who I am. And it's time to say goodbye for just a little while. Just a little while. Be kind to yourself. I love my nails. I love them. But I love them enough to let them go. And keep them. And put them in a box with my jewelry. And reattach them later in life if need be. But I love all of me so much to do what I have to do and move stumbling blocks out of my way so I can smooth out the rough way. But I'm coming behind. Because this ain't for just me, and it might not be nails for you. It could be all kinds of distractions for you. This is mine. And I'm gonna have to say goodbye for a little while. Oh, I'm so sorry. But it's a chance for me to start them over, regrow them, do better by them, you know. Keep them the way I want them, you know. But I have to let them go. You can't start fresh with a rocky foundation. You can't do it. So, there will be no nail videos in the future. We ain't gonna say that. There will be no nail videos by me other than what I already have on my phone that of what I want to put out. Once I put them out, there will not be any more nail videos until I am to the point where I am ready to put them back on, or grow them back out, or whatever have you, you know. So my phone is about to die, so I'ma holler at y'all. I'ma holler at you. Peace together. I call y'all back.